In terms of the process of actually making and printing the magazines, what's your favourite part?
The easy answer is, going along to the printer and holding the first bound copy that comes out of the box. That really is a special moment, because suddenly this thing that has been very much um, abstract and digital and files and screens and whatnot, suddenly it's a thing that's in your hands. It's just magic.
Yeah.
But actually, I think, for me, my favorite part is probably actually now the process of laying it out. I've sort of developed a sort of vision in my head of how the pieces might manifest on the page. But I'm not a designer, and so then that's always surpassed by how it actually ends up looking. It's stuff like the masthead. So every issue, the masthead has got this sort of very chunky logo type with a drop shade and various other effects. And from the first issue, what they've done is they've sort of what do you call it, the pipette thing, that picks a color off of a picture, and they've used that to recolorize the masthead in various ways. And so that started, quite simply. So like issue 1 has got a sort of olive green on it. Then issue 2 is always the pink issue, because that had pink on it. Then it went turquoise, and these have always got a sort of grey block shade on them. So there was quite consistent. But then by issue 4, we had purple in the letters and then a red block shade. Then they came up with the idea, issue 5, because the cover had a photo of 2 people in high-vis jackets working at a fairground in Sweden. They said, "Oh, what about if we did fluorescent in the masthead?" So we put yellow fluorescent in the masthead. So if you put that under UV light, it sort of really, really pops. And then that same color scheme gets like pushed through the whole magazine. So every issue's got an alphabet center spread. And so for issue 5, Space Saver by Rob Cooper, he does all the alphabets, is set on this fluorescent background. It just really pops and punches. Then on issue 6, they went, "Oh, hey, we've got a piece in here. The poster is all about this special gilding effect on glass, the Pillow Gild by Veronica Skilter in Denmark." And they said, "What about if we did a foil?" And so on the issue 6, I'm sort of waving the magazine here, and there's a little bit of light picking up off the
Yeah.
foil outline that went on the letters.
So
Then,
nice.
issue 7. Well, this was a special issue, and you can see I'm holding it up now. The masthead, instead of saying BLAG, says IOAFS, which those in the know will recognise as being a sign, or I don't know, sign painter's motto, which is it's only a fucking sign. Now, why did I put that on there? Well, this was a special issue. It's 128 pages, so made it even bigger than usual, to mark 50 years of this movement called the Letterheads, which is a sort of anarchic organisation that regularly very much self-driven. Anybody can put their hand up. I'm getting a few people over. We're going to just paint some signs, have some fun, learn from each other, hang out. And they vary from small events at somebody's workshop through to huge, 100 plus, 500 even people gatherings. And that started in 1975. So this was a 50th anniversary issue. And because IOAFS is very much associated with that movement, we switched the masthead out for that. And then issue 8 was sort of back down to earth, the regular 82 pages inside. But this was Jill Strong did a piece for the poster insert. So every issue comes with an insert inside, and it was how to paint this very flamboyant fairground lettering style. And with that, she uses aluminium foil rather than gold foil. And so we did an aluminium style foil on the masthead. So every issue. So this is why I love the design phase, is because is where all the surprises come. I've been curating this thing. We've got a massive text document, got loads of folders with pictures, and I can kind of have a sense of how it's going to look. But then the designers grab hold of it all and mold it into this fabulous thing that I get to publish. And it's stuff like that, the masthead, where they go, "Hey, what if we did this?" And I go, "I'll have to check the budget." But I invariably I say yes.
Can't resist it.
Exactly. So anyway, that's probably my favourite. But no, I love the whole process, and then obviously getting the feedback from people. Oh, the latest issues arrived, amazing. And so getting that initial reader response is great. So yeah, you got 3 bits there: holding it for the first time, design process, and reader reactions. But I think if I had to rank them, I'm going to put the design process at the top.
Yeah, the meaty bit, the transformation in progress. I think that's what I think a lot of people listening probably can resonate with as you're creating anything, right? Whether it's on paper, just a sketch and it turns into a design, or whether it is a complete kind of design process from your mind into reality. It's something quite incredible. I love the idea that people are collecting these and maybe having these like inserts that they're displaying somewhere, or just enjoying and bringing a bit of joy to people's lives through the art of letters, which is really what we're all here, right?
I'll wave this for those that are not watching on video. I'll try and describe what I'm about to do now, which is so issue 8 had a kind of a snippet of this on the cover. In fact, over my shoulder is what I'm going to show you. So this was a printed insert that came with the magazine, and it's in a sort of concertina format. So as you pull open the concertina, you get presented with a very wide format photograph, essentially, of Jill Strong's work, which is on the back of a skateboard, and it's got this flamboyant fairground Tuscan lettering with a sort of a blend going from green up to blue at the top of the letters, all these bifurcations on the for the terminals, and then big block shades, drop shades. It's got the whole lot on there. So the front of the concertina insert is that, and then what Jill did for the back is literally walk you through the process. How do you create this? So she's talking about all the different, there's I think about 14 or something different processes that are involved in creating that work, and then this poster insert walks you through all of them. And so I've been doing these special inserts since issue 3, and every one has been different. Issue 7 we did a wrap, so we wrapped something around the whole cover of commemorative artwork by one of the original Letterheads, Noel Webber. But yeah, every issue has got one of these special inserts, and I think that what I talked about, the reader reactions. What I love, and I think it was a boss that once told me this. With your customers, you want to surprise and delight them, and and I think that's part of my objective with each issue is it doesn't become stale and it doesn't become predictable. That every time you open the latest issue, you don't know what to expect, and when you get what you get, it's wow, I didn't, it surprises and delights, and that's that's what I'm trying to do with each one. So that was big, doing the concertina one, and I'll keep quiet about what's coming in the next one because I don't think it's in the public domain yet, but it's at the printers now.
Ooh, that's very exciting.